Hi everyone! Today, we're going to take a look at the best tablets in the market for this year. First, we're going to show you our top 10 best picks, and we'll talk about what you should look for before buying a tablet. You can find links to all of the products we've mentioned in this video down in the description below. Let's get started. At the first position of our list, we have Apple 10.2-inch iPad. The 9th Gen iPad looks just like the 8th Gen update, and that's mostly okay. The A13 Bionic chip gives the 2021 iPad that necessary bump in performance to keep it speeding along, as iPadOS 15 brings more machine learning tricks like live text. The iPad screen is still bright and colorful, and just what it needs at this price point. Also, Apple's sticking with its first-gen Pencil and Smart Keyboard Folio for its supported Apple Made accessories, which many may find easier to use than third-party Bluetooth options. The Pencil will come in handy for scribble-based annotation, and the keyboard will help take advantage of the improved keyboard shortcut support. Sound is still good, as is battery life. The only thing we don't like about the iPad is that the iPad mini and iPad Air are making it look even older than its design is. Added support for Apple's finer accessories would be great, but it still has a headphone jack. No other iPad does, which is a win for the wired headphones crowd. Moving on to the next at number 2 with Amazon B7 Skull Fire 7 tablet. For a lot of customers, price makes the big difference, so Amazon could have coasted when it comes to the $50 Fire 7 tablet. Fortunately, the most recent iteration of the company's cheapest slate packs a snappy quad-core 1.3 GHz processor, which helps you navigate apps and browse the web faster than you'd expect from a tablet this cheap. And while previous Fire tablets made you tap to activate Alexa, which made no sense, it's meant to be summoned with your voice, the Fire 7 finally added voice triggers for the digital assistant. Just don't expect any frills that come with more expensive tablets. The Fire 7 tablet's sub-HD screen is not sharp enough for anyone used to an iPad, and its lock screen is filled with ads unless you pay extra. Still, it's a great pick for kids looking for a media consumption device. The number 3 position is held by Apple iPad Air. Apple's iPad Air 2020 borrows a lot of what we like from the iPad Pro at a more affordable price, and it's arguably Apple's best iPad ever. Though it's still not going to sell as well as the 10.2-inch iPad. It's got the super thin bezels you'll recognize from the iPad Pro, as well as support for the Magic Keyboard, which makes it a true laptop competitor. On top of that, Apple's blazing fast A13 Bionic chip helps future-proof this tablet with enough speed for demanding apps and multitasking. Oh, and they managed to put Touch ID in the lock button. Everywhere else, the iPad Air 4 is great, if not the best. Its 10.5 hours of battery life will be enough to keep you going all day long, and its screen is bright and colorful enough to make your next Netflix binge watch look brilliant. It's also great for the work-from-home era, thanks to its 7-megapixel webcam, which beat the Logitech C920 in head-to-head testing done for our review. We only wish the Magic Keyboard wasn't so expensive. It's hard to feel great buying a keyboard for almost the same price as the entry-level iPad. Next at number 4, we have Microsoft Surface Go 2. Sometimes it takes a second try to make a thing go right. The Surface Go 2 takes aim at all the flaws of the predecessor and knocks them all down. First of all, thinner bezels make way for a bigger screen, arguably the most important part of a tablet. The Surface Go 2 has a 10.5-inch display, compared to 10 inches for the previous model. The biggest upgrade is the Surface Go 2's 11 hours and 39 minutes of battery life, which is over 5 hours longer than the original Surface Go. Microsoft also answered my prayers for a laptop with a great webcam. The 5-megapixel 1080 camera in its top bezel is great for the era of online video calls, and its second front camera sensor adds Windows Hello biometric login. Finally, get the Surface Go 2 with the 8th Gen Intel Core M3 upgrade. It's a little pricier at $629, but it's definitely the model for multitaskers. The number 5 position is held by Samsung Galaxy Tab A7. Android fans finally have a true iPad competitor at a much more affordable price, retailing for $229, and on sale often for much less. The Galaxy Tab A7 is a great 10.4-inch tablet for consuming content. Whether you're browsing the web or streaming movies, you get to focus on your content more, thanks to its super thin bezels that are thinner than what you get with Apple's $329 iPad. Oh, and it's got endurance to spare. lasting 13 hours and 13 minutes on the Tom's Guide battery test. Oh, and it's also got an iPad Pro feature that Apple makes you pay a lot for: facial recognition to unlock the device. And just like Apple's pricier tablets, the Galaxy Tab A7 charges over USB-C. So you can continue to cut non-reversible micro USB cables out of your life. And while it's not as fast as the iPad and its screen isn't as bright, neither is a serious problem at this price, especially when Samsung gives you true Android with the Google Play App Store, and not the watered-down Amazon Fire tablet experience. The number 6 position is dominated by iPad Mini 6. Take almost everything we know and love about the iPad Air, but shrink it down to a size and weight that's super easy to use with just one hand, and you have the iPad Mini 6 2021, which may be the iPad you've been waiting for. It has the Apple Pencil 2 support with the flat edge design, the much smaller bezels, and nearly everything else we love about an iPad. Currently, Amazon has the market cornered on sub-10-inch tablets with the pricing of its Fire slates, but the new iPad mini gives quality-focused folks an alternative worth investing in. On top of that, you've got the super fast A15 Bionic system on chip, which outpaces the iPad Air and every non-Pro iPad out there. Its display is also super bright, over 500 nits of brightness, plus surprisingly good sound for a device this small. Oh, and speaking about performing its size, the iPad Mini 6 has terrific battery life. The only thing that isn't small about the iPad Mini 6, its $499 price tag is a bit higher than the normal iPad, but it's another case of you get what you pay for. Moving on to the next at number 7 with the Apple 11-inch iPad Pro. The 12.9-inch iPad Pro may have the better screen, but the 11-inch iPad Pro is arguably better for more people. Not only is its battery life fantastic, over 13 hours on the Tom's Guide battery test, but it's lighter and fits better with last year's Magic Keyboard. Plus, it's $300 less expensive. On top of that, you get the astonishing speed of the Apple Moon chip, which is maybe too powerful for most tablet apps. But they call it the iPad Pro for a reason. This is made for the folks using demanding video and image editing apps. Of course, the 11-inch iPad Pro 2021 still thrives at the little things. Its bright and colorful display is sharp. Its 4 speakers provide much larger sound than you might expect from such a thin device, and if you're willing to pony up the cash, it's amazing. Optional Magic Keyboard offers the simplest and smoothest tablet typing experience there is. The number 8 position is held by Samsung Galaxy Tab S7. Samsung's honing in on what makes a tablet perfect. The Galaxy Tab S7 has the slim bezel/all-screen look that you should get for a tablet above $500. It's also got a bright, vibrant display that's super crisp, plus over 13 hours of battery life. And while the X mode isn't exactly perfect yet, app developers need to take it into consideration. A windowed Android app interface makes for decent productivity, which I noticed while watching nature videos in Android, while I wrote parts of my review in Google Docs. Samsung needs to refine its book cover keyboard though, if it wants to truly compete with the iPad Pro. The S7's keyboard has 2 small number keys for many, and the 2-piece nature of the book cover keyboard, a $199 extra add-on, is frustrating. Also, Android app developers need to give some polish to their apps to X mode version, and when the performance of the Snapdragon 865 Plus pales in testing compared to the Core i5 and Apple Z chips, the Tab S7 isn't the iPad Pro killer Samsung may want it to be. While many may go for a cheaper Android tablet, it's great to see Samsung giving Android users a tablet that can go toe-to-toe with the iPad Pro. Next at number 9, we have Apple 12.9-inch iPad Pro. The best got better this year as Apple dropped its super powerful Moon chip inside the already mighty iPad Pro 2021. That chip sets new tablet records in Geekbench and Adobe Premiere Rush, continuing Apple's tradition of putting tons of brawn in its sleek tablets. And this 12.9-inch model benefits from Apple's Liquid Retina XDR display, which offers much higher brightness up to 1588 nits. Also, Apple's got a new video conferencing trick called Center Stage, where the camera tracks and follows you as you move during calls. Oh, and the basics are still stellar. Its quad speaker setup booms, its optional Magic Keyboard offers a comfortable typing experience, and its battery life is better than last year's, lasting hours longer than the Galaxy Tab S7 Plus. That said, the super bright XDR display needs HDR content to thrive, and that's not always available as the likes of Hulu and HBO Max have yet to adopt it. Also, the 12.9-inch iPad Pro 2021 is more expensive than the MacBook Air and heavier when docked with its Magic Keyboard. But still, the iPad Pro 2021 is worth it for creative pros who want the best tablet for their next masterpiece. It's so good that we gave it the award for Best Tablet in our Tom's Guide Awards 2021. Finally, the number 10 position is dominated by Microsoft Surface Pro 8. The Microsoft Surface Pro 8 is the latest in the company's line of 2-in-1 Surface Pro tablets. This iteration includes an 11th generation Intel CPU, a 13-inch 120Hz display, 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports, and a removable SSD. Just as important, you'll get Windows 11 right out of the box with this 2-in-1. While you'll probably want to pay extra for the detachable keyboard and Surface Slim Pen 2 stylus accessories. Even if you don't, this is the best Windows 11 tablet you can buy right now. Its small size and lightweight design make the Surface Pro 8 ideal to use at home or on the road. The front-facing and rear cameras are also fantastic, providing clean, detailed images. Unfortunately, the Surface Pro 8 disappoints as a gaming device and didn't live up to the promised 16 hours of battery life in our testing. Despite some of those qualms, the Surface 8 Pro is arguably the best Surface Pro yet. That's all for today. We upload computer and accessories product review videos every single day. So, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for the upcoming video notification.